Last week, a rather pointed question was asked: are you still doing good? Are you still playing God? This has led us into an exploration, an inquiry into the nature of doing good. So if you don't mind, there's a personal anecdote. And several years ago, there was an interview to make a profile for the Kuranda newspaper. And in the course of the interviewer did not once turn around face to face, merely asking the questions about the spiritual journey and spiritual masters and so on, and writing notes. And then he asked the question: you've been conducting these meditations for some years now. What is your calling? What is your mandate? And the answer that was given was: there is no calling and there is no mandate. And for the very first time, he turned around face to face and said, "I don't believe you." So after that, he rather peremptorily completed the interview, and then he asked, "Have you anything to say to complete this interview?" And so, looking at him rather pointedly, the answer was given: only God is real. Then there's a Zen story. It's about the master Chow Chow. And another Zen master asked Master Chow Chow, "Master, how do you use the mind to follow the path?" And Master Chow Chow looked at him and said, "I don't have any mind to use, nor is there a path to follow." And the other master looked at him and said, but you conduct teachings, and you expound the precepts, and you teach the nature of the Dharma." Master Chow Chow responded, "I don't even have a house. How can I gather students around me to teach?" And the other master said, But Master, you lie." And he responded, "How can I lie? I don't even have a mouth." And the other master responded, "Are you trying to tell me that the Dharma, the path, the mind are not real?" And Master Chow Chow responded, "They're real." And then the other master said, "But I don't understand." And Master Chow Chow completed by saying, "We have to deny the real as well as the unreal." So where does this lead us in our inquiry into the nature of doing good?
Sometimes good is real and sometimes good is not real.
So what is it that arises for you out of these anecdotes? Perhaps even as was done, looking pointedly at the interviewer and saying only God is real. What does that really mean? What was being said there? when this statement was made. And what did Master Chow Chow mean when he says we have to deny the real as well as the unreal? Is there a relationship between these two statements? What is your understanding of this?
Don't understand you, but it just feels that until we can unequivocally do the will of God, it's for our own benefit. It's the will of God is when things happen without affecting karma, because on that higher level everything's known to do the right thing, but on our level is the
But
wrong
we
way.
have this strange paradox where our journey is stripping away all of those belief systems and faiths and all that we've had along the way have been stripped away from us, so that God is not something. So what is really being said when you say only God is real, when in actuality we're living the knowing that there is no entity called God? Where do these two statements, only God is real and we have to deny the real as well as the unreal, meet for us?
As there's nothing to rely on. With your stories, what I feel is more something that stay in a balance, but not through something we can believe in anymore.
That's right. We have nothing on which to rest. And how does this assist us to have an understanding of the nature of doing good? Someone asked you, why do you do what you do? When someone rings you up in the middle of the night and says, will you take me to the hospital? Or
You just do it, don't you?
that's right.
Without thinking, oh, this is a good deed. Because once you go into this is a good deed, then you're doing it for some other reason.
Yeah, oh, indeed.
It's more like there's nothing to resist to from what comes to you.
Yeah.
It just happened, but I'm speaking about you, not me.
Yes. But we're not just responding yes, yes, yes to everything. Someone might ring us up in the middle of the night and say, will you come and take me to the hospital? And you say no.
It's sort of like something inside you that tells you what to do, and not a form that says, yes, I have to do this because whatever reason.
Exactly. So does that connect with we have to deny the real as well as the unreal?
What's real?
That's right. What's real?
Yeah.
How do we choose?
Mm-hmm.
And calling something good is just a judgment.
It's just a judgment and puts us in duality, isn't it? This is good and this is bad.
You
So
just
what is...
have faith in your own judgment or your own intuition.
Absolutely. That's what it comes down to. And if an inquiry and an exploration into the nature of doing good brings us to that realization, then it's served its purpose, hasn't it? For the mind to be able to rest in the recognition that it does not rest on anything a belief system or a God or a faith, or so there's no calling here. There's no mandate, isn't it? And if that's what this exploration brings us to, then in fact we do have somewhere to rest. It's no place at all, but it is a resting place, isn't it? Thank you.